We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch and
Angela Stokes Monarch
with the Raw Food World TV show.
dressed in green.
Coming at you in Vilcabamba.
Drinking green. Coconut water with elixir of the lake. Actually pretty good. Elixir of the lake's so strong, but when you put it with coconut water, it's pretty good.
What's so good about Elixir of the Lake?
It's blue-green algae, and it's very good for the brain. Very potent.
It's like E3 Live in a powder form.
Yeah.
James Sheridan actually thinks it's better than E3 Live. It's powerful stuff. If you were to just take a teaspoon and put it on your tongue and chew it, intense. It's the most intense, most powerful, I don't want to say most powerful, but intense green food I've ever had. It's up there in power, but just not the most powerful.
It's very pretty as well. It's like shimmering little shim-sham crystals.
It's intense when you take it straight. I do it, but
I wouldn't.
okay, so I am on a blocking frenzy, everybody.
Uh-oh. Why?
You say I've got to shave, you say I got to change my hair. Guess what? I have authorized customer service to eliminate you.
Oh, no.
Enough is enough. And there's no begging to get back on.
Uh-oh. They gotta be nice ones, Bobber, isn't it?
I'm putting my hand down, that's right. They were all happy-go-lucky, and I just said, no! If anybody says I look tired, sick, or I've got a beard, or some sort of messed up hair, block them!
Zero tolerance policy on rudeness.
So you wanted to get a 10-foot rock, right?
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if any of you have some guidance for us.
For her.
Baba.
10-foot.
Baba. I was given the guidance to get a really large piece of rose quartz crystal for our garden, and I'm struggling to locate a piece. I'm imagining something that's going to be maybe kind of oval shape or egg shaped or
Bum shaped.
Baba. And probably polished, but it could just be the raw stone as well. So far, the biggest thing I found was 2 foot tall, and it's going next to something else which is 8 foot tall. So bigger than 2 foot would be good. I don't even know if that's possible. Maybe rose quartz don't come that big, but I'm betting that one of you knows more about it, and that maybe you can help me to locate something bigger, preferably something that's in the US, so that we can put it into our container and bring it down here. If it was here in Ecuador already, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm doubting it though. So yeah, please let us know. You can email Angela at rawreform.com if you have any guidance for us about where to get a mighty, huge, mammoth piece of beautiful rose quartz. Thank you.
So if you have a 7 or 8 foot rose quartz that we can spend thousands of dollars on, please let us know.
Baba!
You guys have probably seen the past episodes where you can't even lift her purse anymore because she just picks up rocks off the ground. Now we're getting an 8 foot rose quartz, 7 foot, 6 foot, 9. All right. I guess you guys can sense I have a little bit of an attitude today, just a little bit.
Why?
I went to Guayaquil yesterday, into the most polluted city I've ever been into. Even more polluted than Bangkok, I would say.
That's saying something.
Yeah. In the morning, I took a small dinky airplane into Guayaquil, did my business, and then by the end of the day, I took another small dinky airplane back to Vilcabamba. 2 airplanes, planes, trains, and automobiles all day long, breathing. I get in the plane. Someone's coughing and sneezing, and I'm like, oh man, I'm so clean. I'm just like, I gotta deal with this. And by the time I got to Guayaquil and I was like halfway done with my stuff, I'm just like, all right, I'm inundated. It didn't matter anymore. You could just like blow your mucus down my throat and I wouldn't care.
Bah. Nah?
No. So I thought today we could share about how raw foodists are more sensitive to stuff than other people. The reason why I feel like I know things and I write articles is because I experience them and I know. Like, for example, people can't fathom that I eat one meal a day with like drinking stuff all day long, or I didn't even eat yesterday because of this plain. It's like no problem. Like food, when you become a raw foodist, like whatever your consistent diet is, if you eat more than this, you don't even desire to, and it's just such a small amount. People don't get this. They don't understand. I've evolved to become a very efficient thing where I don't need that much food, and people don't know it. They're gorged.
Our workers thought it was very peculiar yesterday that Mr. Monarch said he wasn't going to eat all day because he was going on some planes.
I know for a fact, from experience, that the human body needs very little food. I know it. My body wants less food than I'm eating now. It's always trying to push me to eat less. And people just can't fathom this. And when I talk about eating small amounts of food, they don't get it. Your body adapts and evolves to a more in-tune spiritual being the less you eat, and then it evolves to needing less food, and the desire goes. Like, if you think I'm eating a small amount now, imagine 15 years from now, as I emotionally evolve to where I can handle less food, it's going to be less. There's no doubt. What happens is people gorge themselves with food, and then when they try to stop, they can't fathom doing it because they get inundated with withdrawal symptoms from hundreds of substances such as trans fatty acids, refined sugars, processed starches, food coloring, GMOs, pesticides, insecticides, parasites. I'm trying to be like David Wolf. Give me some more. Emotionally, socially, ecologically.
Suicide, genocide.
So, yeah, I'm sure you've heard me say, if you think the coffee drinker has it bad when they eliminate one substance and get a headache, when you go 100% raw, you're eliminating hundreds of substances. You're just inundated. We're walking pus bags from the years and generations of eating junk. Read Arnold Ehret's book. They're $5 each. They're key. Arnold Ehret, Rational Fasting and Mucosal Diet Healing System. Go check it out.
Ehret.
Arnold Ehret. So cleansing the colon enables us to remove this pussy, nasty detox, and this helps you evolve to needing less and becoming more efficient. But there's a downside. You become more sensitive to going to Guayaquil. I mean, I'm alright with it. I don't care.
Does it mean that you'll probably never go to cities again?
I prefer not to, but I'm going back to the States in September. I don't know. I think I'm done ranting and raving for today. Anything else, Bubba?
What if people think that it's a bit scary to be more sensitive? What would you say to them?
Another thing that I experienced that nobody can even fathom, just the other day on this Matt Monarch is a jerk-off video, people decided to comment all sorts of crazy things because they thought it was a good advantage to do so. I remember one person saying that I'm not a spiritual person and I should join join Angela's Raw Emotion Study Group because I'm a jerk off and I don't love myself because I said to everybody I'm a jerk off. I get the Raw Emotion Study Group every single day. Trust me.
Nah.
And it has nothing to do with being spiritual or not being spiritual, admitting that I'm a jerk off some of the time. And, oh, you said my third eye is, you claim your third eye is open, but you said you're a jerk off, so you're not a spiritual person. Okay, first off, my third eye is blowing up right now, even though I am screaming out at the top of my head. Jesus Christ went a little bit nuts, didn't he? All the time? Just anger, prostitution, whatever. Okay, so people, when you eat such small amounts of food, I am so vibratory, it's crazy. You might be able to see my aura and notice, if you can do that sort of thing, and notice that, and Angela's too. You'll just know, comparatively speaking. But I'm not saying I'm more spiritual or not spiritual, but people don't know the vibration that I'm going through from eating small amounts of food and being on a raw food diet and cleansing my colon. I'm sitting here in this world and people are just like eating massive amounts of food. They have no idea that they don't need that much food, first off, because I'm experiencing it, I know I don't. And they have no idea how crazy it is to be so clear and vibratory like this. So yeah, you could worry about the pollution and stuff like that. I mean, we live in a pretty pristine area. It's not like I'm always inundated in going into cities. Like I went one day and I'm going to detox it out and it's not going to affect me whatsoever. But if I were to live in Guayaquil and breathe that stuff every single day, then I would have some problems. It's kind of like this. If I went into a Guayaquil with someone on a whole foods diet or a standard American diet, and we both resided there for the rest of our lives, it would affect me so badly that I might even die earlier. However, if me and this standard American diet person were living here in Vilcabamba, we both went to Guayaquil for 3 days, they don't really get affected, but then we come back over a day or two, I detox all that stuff out, my body heals and stuff, I'm going to outlive this guy like crazy. So it's all about, it's like this. If I was locked in a smoke-filled room with somebody, if I was locked there forever, I'd probably be the first to die. However, if I were just to go in there for a week and then come out and they were on a more toxic diet, they would probably be the first to die. So the essence is, I live in Vilcabamba, which is a very good air quality, and so I'm not worried about it. And even if I wasn't, if I was living in LA in toxic mayhem, it takes decades and decades and decades for it to affect your longevity. Another thing, if I was living in LA, came to Vilcabamba, cleansed out, and went back to LA, that might present an issue. Because you become cleaner when you detox it out, and then you become more sensitive. And that's permanently living back in LA. Alright, I'm done here. This is just crazy.
Read Raw Success to understand more about sensitivities, if this isn't making much sense to you.
Raw Success. We'll break it all down for you.
Bye-bye.
Who do we got there?
Angela Stokes, Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, and I dare you. Talk about my hair right now. Please. Please! Look! Look, it's like I just woke up! Do it! And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.